please welcome Chris Rock.
Woo! Before I start, Paul Pelosi, the only guy that knows how I felt, all right? Just me and you, Paul. Just me and you, babe. All right, so I met Sandler. Here's a weird thing. I went to school in the 70s. I was 1972, I was bused to school, right? And I was like the only black kid in my school. I was only me and two other black girls. It was just us in Brooklyn. And, you know, it wasn't Selma, but it was like Boston, okay? It's like Boston, right? Now, how many times do you think a kid asked me to hang out at his house? Once. Once in like 16 years. David Moskowitz. The Jews, nice people. Nice people. So I met Sandler at the comic strip. Here's the thing about the comic strip. I started before Sandler. And it takes about 2 years to get a weekend spot. You know, so I used to like, you know, stack chairs and mop floors and I'd do my little spots and at very late. And it took forever. It took me 2 years to get a weekend spot at the comic strip. 1 year, I'm gone for about 10 days. Eddie Murphy saw me at the club, flew me to LA. I'm gone for 2 weeks, right? I come back on a Saturday night, and who do I see on stage? Adam Sandler. I'd never seen him before in my life. And we're like kind of the same age, and he's on a weekend, and I'm like, who the is this guy? That he gets a weekend spot so fast, right? So I was supposed to hate him. And I'm watching him, and he does this joke about Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain once scored 100 points in a game. And Sandler does this joke. He goes, here's my impression of the coach of the other team. Who's got Wilt? So I watched it. It's like the funniest joke in the world. I'm laughing so hard. And I was like, God damn it, this guy's good. And right away, all that jealousy and hate and whatever, it just like washed away. It was just like, okay. And he comes off stage, we meet, it's the first time we met, then he watches my set, and I did okay. And then the greatest thing in the world, to the guy who no one wanted to play with, Adam goes, hey, we're going over to my dorm, you wanna hang? And he's been letting me hang ever since. And I love the guy because he you know, Jews, gotta love it. You gotta love it. That's my guy. He's been my guy. I've known this guy for 30 years. And, you know, your kids are here. The Oscars are, you know, they're assholes. And if they don't want to give my man his props, we will tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the greatest of all time, Mr. Adam Sandler.
I would say a big chorus of applause to Adam Sandler, but wait a minute. Who's got Will? Like Chris Rock, what does who's got Will means? Will has himself, he's with his family, with his wife, I think, in LA. And his kids, you know. You just gave a little bit of interlude on Will Smith. But I mean, Will Smith is living his life, you know. And let bygones be bygones. We all make mistakes in life, you know. We heard Chris Rock, he apologized. Chris Rock roasted him back again. But man, this show is for Adam Sandler. He even though Oscar never gave him an award, but he deserves the Matwin Prize award. So let's leave it for Adam Sandler, and let's not include Will Smith on that part. He has gotten his own fair share at the Outreach stand-up special where Chris Rock did perform. So he has gotten his own fair share. And the Jewish are nice people, definitely for sure. You don't want to go and speak against the Jewish if unless you want to be like Kanye West. And I think Chris Rock don't want to be like Kanye West. So going to the part of Paul Pelosi. Paul Pelosi's and founder is Nancy Pelosi there. I don't think I saw her there though. Probably she's not into all those comedy comedy stuff. We can't really say the Oscars are we can't really say the Oscars are AOs, as you say, I don't know, AL. Let me just say we can't say the Oscars are AH, right? Because not everybody at the Oscars are AH. Even though Will Smith got a standing ovation after giving Chris Rock a spank on his cheek, doesn't mean the Oscars are all AH. You know, it was due to the media pressure that made a lot of people started talking about it and just pulling and that drawing a lot of attention. And that is why you see they went so deeply into it and started talking about it. So we can't really say Oscars are AH. Not everybody at the Oscars, even though Adam Sandler might not have won an Oscars, but he's a good actor. You don't need to win an Oscars to be an excellent actor. There are a lot of actors who haven't won Oscars before, but they're pretty good. And I believe sometimes the Oscars might be a compromise. You know, maybe sometimes the Oscars might be compromised, but it doesn't mean that they are not good. I don't know if you understand me. It doesn't mean that they are not good. You understand? And going to the part of if they weren't good, they wouldn't have banned Will Smith for 10 years. Ban him from the Oscars for 10 years. And if I'm going to the part of Eddie Murphy saying Chris Rock at the club, call him the godfather of comedy, him being extremely great at it. It's something that I really applaud him. So going to the part of Eddie Murphy seeing Chris Rock at the club and having him. I mean, the guy. He's a guy that stopped comedy at a younger age, though. Although he act movies and all whatnot like that, but he's like the backbone. It's a guy that's been in comedy for a very long time, but although he's not doing stand-ups, but he is very, very relevant still. And very relevant till this day. And I would say another applause to Adam Sandler. He's an awesome and a phenomenal guy. And not all the Oscars are age. Not everybody at the Oscars are age. If they were AH, they wouldn't have banned Will Smith for that 10 years like that. And Chris Rock, please accept Will Smith's an apology and also make a video where you are accepting his apologies. That was my commentaries on this. Thank you guys. Hope you have a great, wonderful day.